press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students. Today the topic is isomerism. Already in part 6, last session, we successfully finished chain isomerism, positional isomerism and functional group isomerism. After that, remaining two more was one is metamerism and last one is tautomerism. Tautomerism is very important for entrance point of view. We expect one question regarding tautomerism, and so we should my sincere opinion is to thorough the concept of tautomerism. So here topic is isomerism. So in this one, fourth one is metamers or metamerism. So what about the fourth one, metamers or metamerism? So here change in the chain. Change in the chain means lengthy chain, branched chains, those are said to be normal, neo, iso. And change in the position of double bond, change in the position of triple bond, change in the position of functional group leads to the formation of functional group isomerism. And next one is positional isomerism, that is. And next one is a change in the functional groups. Alcohols, ethers, aldehydes, ketones, alcohols, esters, alkynes, dienes, cyanides, isocyanides, alkyl nitrites, nitroalkanes, primary amines, secondary amines. Those all are said to be the examples for functional group isomerism. So here what is metamerism? Metamerism is nothing but you select any one of the functional group, that is said to be ether or ketone or thioether. Ether, ketone, thioether. Just you exchange the alkyl groups. Exchange the alkyl groups means suppose the compound was like this: CH3, CH2, O, CH2, CH3. This compound is called as a diethyl ether. It is named as a diethyl ether because of this is ethyl functional group. This is also this is ethyl. This is also ethyl. So on the addition of the combination of this, it is said to be diethyl ether. So diethyl ether, here ethyl group will be there, ethyl group will be there. So what is common here? Oxy, ethoxy ethane. IUPAC name it is called as ethoxy ethane. So same compound we should retain. Just you can exchange CH to this side. Then what will be the answer is CH3O, CH2, CH2, CH3. Same formula is a C4H10O. Same formula C4H10O. So this is called as, here one carbon methyl group is there. Here three carbons propyl group is there. So it is called as methyl propyl ether, or it is named as methoxy propane. So here, my dear students, make a note regarding this. Number one is diethyl ether and methoxy propane or metamers. So this phenomenon is known as metamerism. So here simple, this is very, very easy to find. It is just a change in the alkyl group which is connected to the functional group. Change in the alkyl group which is connected to the functional group is said to be the metamerism, and the compounds are called as metamers. So don't worry about this metamerism because of it is one of the common point. And the next one is very, very important, that is we should go with tautomerism. Very, very important, tautomerism. That is expected question for entrance. Very important it is. So don't lose your confidence while doing this concept, because of we expect question from this. So tautomerism, what is tautomerism? So for this tautomerism, I will go with one simple example. Let us consider this example. You should go with this example. CH triple bond CH. CH triple bond CH is called as alkyne. When hydrolysis of alkyne, hydrolysis means that is not hydrolysis. In the reaction, they said like this. They should give two reagents. One is mercuric sulfate and second one is sulfuric acid. Mercuric sulfate and sulfuric acid. This is a very important reagent. 60% of mercuric sulfate and 1% of sulfuric acid. Then what you observed when this reagent is found? When this reagent, if you appeared, when this reagent, if you are found in the chemical reaction, so what to do? What to do means just you should add water to this. Addition of water to this. Addition of water to this. Then you will get what is it? CH2 double bond CHOH. Addition of water. What I am saying here? Addition of water. This reagent, mercuric sulfate, 60% of mercuric sulfate and 1% of sulfuric acid. That reagent provide water molecule. That reagent provide water molecule means it is nothing but hydrolysis reaction. In this hydrolysis reaction, just you should add hydrogen to this carbon and OH to this carbon, and this is, we know it is called as the vinyl group. We know already it is very well. This is called as vinyl group, and functional group is OH, so it is called as vinyl alcohol. So this is an example for vinyl alcohol. Remember it is. Which alcohol? It is called as a vinyl alcohol. So addition of water to alkyne. Addition of water to alkyne gives rise to the vinyl alcohol. This is an example for unsaturated alcohol. After getting alcohol, next target is what? Just you should give numbering. Where oxygen is there? Oxygen is number 1. This carbon 2 and this carbon 3. Once you observe, give the numbering with respect to the oxygen. Oxygen is 1. Next adjacent carbon is 2. Next carbon is 3. This point keep in your mind because of it is very important. In alcohol or in alcohol or other means I will tell after completion of this conversion. So oxygen is 1, alcoholic oxygen 1, following carbon is 2 and following carbon is 3. So here what to do? What to do means nothing to do here. Simple shifting. Shift. What is the shift name? It is 1-3 shift. 1-3 shift. Tautomerism is nothing but 1-3 shift it is. Tautomerism is a 1-3 shift simultaneously. This 1-3 shift takes place simultaneously with respect to the hydrogen and double bond. Remember, 1-3 shift simultaneously takes place with respect to one is the hydrogen atom, second one is the pi bond. Pi bond means which is present on the double bond. Just at a time you should exchange. At a time you should exchange means simple, you should turn this double bond this side, and this hydrogen, you should highlight this hydrogen, add this hydrogen to this side. Simultaneously 1-3 shift it is. So this is not a resonating structure. This is not resonating. So it is only the 1-3 shift. Bond turns, double bond turns this side to this side. This is not delocalization. Remember it is. Delocalization we observed in only effects. Electromeric effect, mesomeric effect, resonating effects, that type of effects we found it is delocalization. So it is not a delocalization. So it is just a bond turn. Bond is turning. Where the bond is turning? 1-3 shift. This is called as 1-3 shift. After 1-3 shift, what we will get gives rise to CH3 single bond, CH double bond. CH3 single bond, CH double bond O is called as acetaldehyde. This functional group here, once you observe, my dear students, this functional group is called as keto functional group, and this functional group is called as enol functional group. One is a keto and second one is the enol. Keto, which is present in acetaldehyde, enol, which is present in the vinyl alcohol. And between keto and enol form, a dynamic equilibrium takes place. Dynamic equilibrium it is. So this is due to that it is also called as dynamic isomerism, desmorphism. So desmotropism. Desmotropism means, what is a desmotropism? Means desmos means bond, tropism means turn. Bond will be turned. So it is also called as keto-enol tautomerism. So simple, you should go with how to find, because of an entrance point of view, they should give 4 examples. Which of the following example is not undergoes keto-enol tautomerism? How to find, that is very, very important. How to find, I will give some detailed examples regarding this according to the conditions. What are the conditions? So before that, what is keto-enol tautomerism? What is keto-enol tautomerism? Means simultaneously shift, or with shift it is called as 1,3 shift. 1,3 shift takes place simultaneously with respect to the hydrogen and double bond. Hydrogen and double bond leads to formation of, one is a enol form, second one is a keto form, and this is called as a keto-enol tautomerism. Clear? So it is also called as dynamic equilibrium, and it is also called as desmotropism, because of a very, very, very important point, very, very important concept was there here. So here different type of examples was there regarding this keto-enol tautomerism. So what are the conditions? That is very, very important. Conditions to find keto-enol tautomerism. Conditions. Conditions for keto-enol. Aldehydes or ketones must contain alpha hydrogen atoms. This is very, very, very important. Whatever the functional group, if it is aldehyde, if it is ketone, means that is nothing but C double bond O. C double bond O group, carbonyl group. That particular carbonyl group must and should contain at least one alpha hydrogen atom. At least one alpha hydrogen atom. This is a compulsory for keto-enol tautomerism. And in case of bicyclo compounds, in case of bicyclo compounds means bicyclic, tricyclic, spiro compounds, some compounds will be there. Like this is an example for bicyclo. So it is an example for bicyclo. Such type of bicyclo compounds. So here also CH, here also CH. Suppose they should give like this. Suppose in case of bicyclo compound, this is an example for bicyclo compound. So it is called as bridge. So this is a functional group, and it is carbon is alpha carbon. Here alpha hydrogen is present. Clear? Once you observe here, this is a functional group, aldehyde functional group or ketone functional group, and this functional group carbon contains here one alpha hydrogen also there, here also one alpha hydrogen is there, because of 1, 2, 3 bonds. Only 3 bonds takes place in that particular position. So fourth one is alpha hydrogen. This is alpha hydrogen, this is alpha hydrogen. Such type of bridge hydrogens, these hydrogens are called as bridge hydrogens. Bridge hydrogens do not involved in tautomerism. So that point is very, very important, because of entrance point of view, you expect like this type of questions only it is. In case of bicyclo compounds, in case of bicyclo compounds, bridge hydrogens, bridge H atoms are alpha, but not involve keto-enol tautomerism. This is very, very important point, my dear students. Make a note. there is no expectations of bridge hydrogens. Don't expect bridge hydrogen which is involving in ketonal tautomerism. So compulsory alpha hydrogen we required. Compulsory alpha hydrogen. It is in the case of aldehydes or ketones. If a given example is aldehyde. Aldehyde is a functional group. Functional group adjacent carbon is alpha carbon. Alpha carbon which contains hydrogens are named as alpha hydrogens. So that is exhibited tautomerism. In case of alcohols, suppose, in case of alcohols, because of one is keto, second one is alcohol. In case of alcohols, OH attached carbon is a double bond carbon. OH attached carbon. If OH attached carbon is double bond, then it exhibits tautomerism. OH attached carbon is in double bond, then it is exhibit tautomerism. Means then it show ketoenol. So you make a note, this is very important points. It shows ketoenol tautomerism. OH adjacent, not OH carbon. OH carbon means like this example. So this is OH carbon. This is OH carbon. This OH carbon compulsory if it is double bond. Compulsory it is double bond with another carbon. Then shift takes place like this. Clear? You should understand this point, I think. OH carbon is, this is a OH carbon. This carbon is double bonded carbon. This carbon is double bonded carbon. Then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 we are going with 1, 2, 3 shift. Then 1, 2, 3 hydrogen shifted to this side. Double bond shifted to this side. Then what we will get answer is C double bond O. Then it becomes single bond. It is CH. C double bond O become single bond CH. So it is a functional group. This is what carbon? Alpha carbon. Alpha carbon is having hydrogen. So compulsory we required alpha hydrogen atoms. Alpha hydrogen atoms compulsory. If alpha hydrogen atoms are absent, there is no ketoenol tautomerism. In some examples, typical examples, if you found cyclic compounds, bicyclo compounds, in bicyclo compounds, functional group adjacent is bridge hydrogen. There is no hope about ketoenol tautomerism. And we are coming to the OH. With respect to the OH, if OH carbon is not double bonded, no ketoenol tautomerism. Such type of example, suppose the compound was like this, CH3 was there, suppose. So it is not possible to exhibit ketoenol tautomerism because of here there is where the shift takes place. What is a tautomerism? Tautomerism is a 1,3 shift. What about the 1,3 shift? Hydrogen and double bond. Hydrogen and double bond, not double bond, that is called as pi bond. Shift takes place between hydrogen versus pi bond is called as tautomerism. So here these 3 points are very important. Keep these points in your mind because of several examples are based on this only it is. We will discuss some examples regarding this ketoenol tautomerism with respect to some examples. So if OH group carbon is there, OH group carbon, this side double bond or this side double bond, that is fit for tautomerism. If aldehyde is there, ketone is there, aldehyde or ketone adjacent carbon is alpha carbon, that is and that alpha carbon contains alpha hydrogen, so that is also exhibit ketoenol tautomerism. Clear? Suppose some examples we will discuss regarding this. So make a note, my dear students, these are the very important points regarding tautomerism. Aldehyde or ketone must contain alpha hydrogen atoms, and in case of bicyclo compounds, bridge hydrogen atoms are alpha but not involved in ketoenol tautomerism because of those are binded in the bridge. Those are not free hydrogens. In case of alcohols, alcohol attached carbon is double bonded. Then it shows ketoenol tautomerism. So on the basis of that, we should go with some examples because of this is one of the important how to find which is stable, which is unstable, what are the conditions for stability, enolic form is stable or ketone form is stable, and what are the conditions why enol form stable, why ketone form stable. Now we will discuss regarding tautomerism. So example number 1. 2-butanone. 2-butanone we are writing like this: CH3, CO, CH2, CH3. This is called as 2-butanone. It is called as 2-butanone. In 2-butanone, functional group is a ketone. Ketone functional group adjacent carbon alpha carbon. This carbon is also called as alpha carbon. This carbon alpha carbon, this carbon alpha carbon. So it exhibits two forms, two ketoenol tautomerisms. So expand this. Expand means how to expand. We should write like this: CH3, C double bond O, CH2, CH3. CH3, C double bond O, CH2, CH3. Highlight, oxygen is highlight 1 because it is alpha carbon. This is also alpha carbon. Followed by this carbon is second carbon. And this is third carbon. And this is also third carbon. See this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 I said oxygen is 1, carbon is 2, this carbon is 3. Or oxygen is 1, carbon is 2, this carbon is 3. Suppose double bond shift here. Hydrogen shift here. Double bond shift here. Hydrogen shift here. Then we will get the answer is CH2 double bond, COH single bond, CH2, CH3. Double bond shift here. This alpha hydrogen shift to here, 1,3 shift. Then CH3 becomes CH2. Single bond become double bond, C as it is. Then double bond O becomes OH group. OH carbon is double bond and a later CH to CH3. Suppose double bond shift to this side. This hydrogen shift to this side. Then again we will get one more structure, that is there is no change in CH3. See, it becomes OH. It is double bond and this is a CH and this is a CH3. It is structure 2. This is structure 1. Structure 2, structure 1, which is more stable? They should ask the question this. Among these ketoenol tautomeric structures, which is more stable, which is least stable? So such type of examples. Because of two possibilities are there: double bond shift towards left hand or double bond shift towards right hand. Double bond shift towards left hand or double bond shift towards right hand means here possibility is there or this possibility is there. Then what will be the final judgment? This is the time to declare the final judgment according to the Sedgwick rule. According to the Sedgwick rule, what he said? Double bonded carbon contains more number of alkyl groups is more stable. Less number of alkyl groups are least stable. If you are not get to this point, then what to do, what not to do? What to do, what not to do means simple, you round up the double bond. Round up the double bond. After rounding up, this carbon is alpha carbon, this carbon is alpha carbon. Total 6 alpha hydrogens are present in this example. Number of alpha hydrogens 6. Round up the double bond. This carbon is alpha carbon, here 2 alpha hydrogens are present. In structure 1, 2 alpha hydrogens. In structure 2, 6 alpha hydrogens. One is a 2 alpha hydrogens, second one is a 6 alpha hydrogens. More alpha hydrogens, double bonded carbon is more stable according to Sedgwick rule. According to Sedgwick rule, what he said, highlight the double bond. After highlighting the double bond, once you give a look on the adjacent carbons, that adjacent carbons are said to be alpha carbons. Those alpha carbons consist of how many hydrogens? In this case, 3 plus 3. 6 alpha hydrogens, in this case only 2 alpha hydrogens. So structure 2 is more stable compared with structure 1. So this is a enol form and it is a keto form, and the combination is called as a ketoenol tautomerism. This is ketoenol tautomerism and this is also ketoenol tautomerism. But structure 2 is more stable. Structure 2 is more stable. So that is a point. This point keep in your mind. According to what is the stability factor, they should ask stability factor. Which one is more stable, which one is not least stable. So according to stability factor, just you should highlight double bond. After highlighting, give a look, left side, right side. How many alpha hydrogens? Count the number of alpha hydrogens. Then that will be the conclusion regarding that. And next example, after 2-butanone. Next example, 2, that is phenol. Example 2. Phenol. In phenol, this is OH, give numbering 1, and it is number 2, and this is number 3. Simple here, see this, 1, 2, 3. Because this is a carbon, OH carbon is double bond carbon. OH carbon is double bond carbon. Clear? So, is it possible to exhibit phenol is ketonyl tautomerism? Yes, 100%. Phenol exhibit ketonyl tautomerism because of shift double bond, shift hydrogen. So dynamic equilibrium will get. Then what will be the answer? It is this becomes a double bond O. This bond as it is. This bond as it is. Here already one hydrogen will be there in previous. One more hydrogen you should add here. So this is which form it is called as? Keto form. And that is enolic form. One is a keto form, second one is a enolic form. So phenol also exhibit ketonyl tautomerism. Phenol also exhibit ketonyl tautomerism. Make a note, my dear students. Which of the following examples are not belonging to ketonyl tautomerism? Simple. Absence of alpha hydrogens. Absence of alpha hydrogens not undergoes ketonyl tautomerism. Clear? Sometimes they should give like this. OH, OH, OH. This compound is called as fluoroglucinol. Fluoroglucinol. This compound is ready to exhibit ketonyl tautomerism or not? A simple ones you observed. Fluoroglucinol, it is called as fluoroglucinol. This is also named as 1, 3, 5 trihydroxybenzene. 1, 3, 5 trihydroxybenzene is also named as fluoroglucinol. And in this fluoroglucinol, suppose what to do, what not to do, what to do, what not to do. Suppose we'll go with the old style. Then what happens here? Shift here, shift here, shift here, and shift this side. And next is shift this side and shift this side. Then what will be the answer is? Double bond O. Double bond O. Double bond O. Here CH2, CH2, CH2. See this, my dear students, once you observe this one. Just you can observe the structure. It is 1, 3, 5 trione, cyclohex trione ketone it is. So suppose they was given like this. This is a compound, this is a ketone, this is ketone, this ketone, this carbon alpha carbon, this carbon alpha carbon, this carbon alpha carbon. This is the functional group, these are all of the functional group. Suppose in question this was given, this particular compound is undergoes tautomerism or not? Yes. After conversion of ketonyl tautomerism, it will be more stable due to the aromatic. It is Huckel's rule, 4n plus 2 pi electronic configuration. On the manage of 4n plus 2 pi electronic configuration, this fluoroglucinol is the more stable. So I hope you understood how to find the compound, how to find the keto form or enol form. Some more examples we will discuss regarding this because of don't lose mark for this concept. Suppose there was given acetone. Acetone is given. Acetone formula CH3, C double bond O, CH3. So it is alpha carbon, this is alpha carbon. So it is acetone. Acetone is an example for keto form. It is simple. You can shift or shift this side or this side. Anyone, not both. Anyone, either shift right side or shift left side. Then what will be the answer is dynamic equilibrium. Suppose shift left side, it is CH2 double bond C OH single bond CH3. This is said to be enol form. In this example, the percentage of enol is negligible. Generally, aldehydes, ketones will be there. Suppose aldehydes and ketones which undergoes keto-enol tautomerism, enol content is very, very less. Enol content is very, very, very less. It is. Why enol content is less? Where enol content is more? That also one point was there. We should discuss after completion of this. So this is a conversion of acetone. So it is a conversion of acetone, and one more structure also we will get for this one. That is CH3 COH double bond CH2. CH3 COH double bond CH2. Two types of compounds we expect regarding this acetone. And one more example regarding keto-enol tautomerism is like this. See this. It is called as acetophenone. Acetophenone. Acetophenone is an example for a ketone functional group. This is a functional group, ketone functional group. It is alpha carbon. Hydrogens are present in this alpha carbon. So these hydrogens are called as alpha hydrogens. These alpha hydrogens involving in which shift, that is 1,3 shift. 1,3 shift. So what is 1,3 shift? Double bond shift this side, hydrogen shift this side. Then we observed that is COH double bond CH2. So it is enolic form, that is keto form. So my dear students, in acetophenone, is it possible to exhibit keto-enol tautomerism? Yes. Acetophenone due to the presence of the alpha hydrogens. Due to the presence of the alpha hydrogens, acetophenone undergoes keto-enol tautomerism. Keto-enol tautomerism. So in this case also, this is a simple ketone group it is. So in this case also, enol content is less, but it is more stable. Why it is more stable means once you will go with like this. Double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond. This is a conjugation. Conjugation will be extended. So this is very, very important. Extended. Conjugation is extended. Where the conjugation extended, that is more stable according to the resonating factors. First, according to, we should go with Sedgwick. Sedgwick, what is Sedgwick? It is double bond carbon highlighted, double bond carbon, and you should give a look to adjacent carbons, number of hydrogens. More number of hydrogens, more stable. Less number of hydrogens, less stable. Less stable, more reactive, more stable, less reactive. Suppose double bonded carbon adjacent is benzene ring. Double bonded carbon adjacent is benzene ring. Then you should focus on conjugation, not Sedgwick rule. It is. We should focus on conjugation. On the basis of conjugation, we should find which is least stable, which is more stable, with one more example. So this is a common example, acetophenone. So acetophenone is also exhibit keto-enol tautomerism. And what are the examples which is not involved in keto-enol tautomerism? That is also one of the point. And before that, we will go with one more example. 2-phenyl butanone. 2-phenyl butanone means a compound is like this. One, two, three, four. So this compound is called as 2-phenyl butanone. In this 2-phenyl butanone, here highlight this ketone functional group. This carbon is alpha carbon, third carbon, first carbon is also alpha carbon. First carbon alpha carbon, third carbon alpha carbon. Suppose double bond shift this side or double bond shift this side. Once you will get two different structures. So structure number 1 is like this. So it is a phenyl group followed by CH2, COH, double bond, CH, single bond, CH3. 1,3 shift. 1,3 shift, which direction it is? Right side direction. Right side 1,3 shift we will get we will get this compound. Suppose 1,3 shift on left side. 1,3 shift on left side means 1,3 shift left side. What we will get? Answer is same answer it is. But here CH double bond, COH single bond, CH2, CH3. Two compounds we found here. Because of two possibilities are there. Possibility number 1 to right side shift and left side shift. And in this case, we have to find which is more stable, which is least stable. Generally, stability factor can be expressed in the form of Kirchhoff rule. When you apply Kirchhoff rule, if the structure doesn't have any benzene rings. If a structure doesn't have any benzene rings, you should go with Kirchhoff rule. If the structure contains a benzene ring, then you should go with conjugation. Extent of conjugation. Where conjugation is more stable. Conjugation is less stable. So according to the Kirchhoff, it is suppose you should highlight this one. According to Kirchhoff here, this is alpha, this is alpha. Total 5 alpha will be there. But here according to the Kirchhoff here, 2 alpha will be there. So it is more stable and it is less stable. But that is not correct. So my dear students, you should remember. Yes, Kirchhoff. What is Kirchhoff? Just said that Kirchhoff rule. What said? You should highlight the double bonded carbon, and double bonded carbon highlighting after that you should find number of alpha carbons. More number of alpha carbons, more stable. Least number of alpha carbons, least stable. That is point 1. If that particular double bonded carbon is attached to any one of the benzene ring, then you should go with the conjugation, not with alpha carbons. Go with conjugation. Go with conjugation means once you observe double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond. Conjugation extended. See, double bond, single bond, double bond. Single bond, double bond means conjugation means extend. Well, coming to this one, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, single bond. Single bond, single bond means conjugation break. Conjugation break means it is less stable. This structure is less stable and this structure is more stable because the deciding factor is the phenyl group. Phenyl group is a deciding factor. Phenyl group is a deciding factor. Suppose phenyl group which contains electron withdrawing group, it is more stable. It is more stable because of conjugation more extended it is. Electron withdrawing groups extend the conjugations it is. So here don't get confused my dear students. Simple condition number 1, search for alpha hydrogens. Condition number 2, if OH group was given, that OH group carbon is double bond or not. If OH group carbon is double bonded, it exhibits ketoenol. If OH group is not double bond, it does not exhibit ketoenol tautomerism. Clear? And if aldehyde was given, ketone was given, simply you have to search for alpha hydrogens. And bridge hydrogens, no hope for the bridge hydrogens to the formation of the ketoenol tautomerism. So what are the remaining compounds which not exhibit ketoenol tautomerism is nothing but benzaldehyde. Benzaldehyde, this is a benzaldehyde. You should go with benzaldehyde. Here this is only the carbon, no alpha hydrogens. No alpha hydrogens, so it is not exhibit ketoenol. No alpha hydrogens, so it is not exhibit ketoenol tautomerism. And one more example we should go with. Second one is this is called as benzophenone. Benzophenone, in entrance part of it they should give this is PHCOPH. What is pH means? C6H5. PHCOPH. C6H5CO C6H5. Here carbon is this is alpha carbon, but there is no presence of alpha hydrogens. So if alpha hydrogens are absent, what to do? Nothing to do here. Nothing to do means there is no scope to formation of the ketoenol tautomerism. Clear? So that point you should remember, my dear students. This is very important. Benzaldehyde not undergoes ketoenol tautomerism. Benzophenone not undergoes ketoenol tautomerism. Formaldehyde not undergoes ketonal tautomerism. Suppose the sheet was given like this: Cl, 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 C double bond OH. This is called as chloral. Chloral here also functional group is will the aldehyde is there, adjacent carbon, there is no alpha hydrogens. So our target to search alpha hydrogens. Our target is the search for alpha hydrogens. If alpha hydrogen is there, that undergoes alpha ketonal. That alpha hydrogens are also free in state, not fixed with any bridge. In cyclic compounds, in bicyclic compounds, there is no hope regarding bridge hydrogens are not shows ketonal tautomerism. Clear? That's why generally we should go with aldehydes, ketones are undergoes ketonal tautomerism. For that aldehydes and ketones, the content of enol is least. Enol percentage is least, ketone percentage is more. So which type of examples keto percentage is more? Enol percentage is more, keto percentage is least. Now I would like to discuss that point, and after that I will give the conclusion regarding this. And here suppose you should go with this example, CH3 CO CH2 CO O C2H1. It is said to be acetoacetic ester. Acetoacetic ester, COOR. Acetoacetic ester it is AAE. The abbreviation of this compound is AAE. Acetoacetic ester. So for this acetoacetic ester, how to write the structure? So what will be the keto? It is a 1,3 dicarbonyl compound, 1,3 diketone. 1,3 diketones are easily undergoes ketonal tautomerism. So suppose what to do here? Shift this side or shift this side. Anyone or shift this side according to our convenience, because of this is a ketone functional group. Here adjacent alpha carbon. This is also alpha carbon. Here only one alpha carbon available. Here two alpha carbons available. So any one of the carbon you should select. You will go with CH3, single bond COH, double bond CH, single bond C double bond O, single bond OC2H. Say this. CH3 single bond COH, because of shift hydrogen to this side. Or one more structure also will get like this side. Clear? Like that is not stable. This only the stable. Because of here CH3, this C double bond O. Second carbon, once you give a look to second carbon C double bond O. C double bond O is double bond O is converted to OH functional group, while 1,3 shift takes place. It is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 shift. 1,3 shift it is between double bond versus hydrogen it is. And here we will get this is called as intramolecular hydrogen bonding takes place. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding takes place. So this structure is ketone and it is enol content, and in this keto is dominated than enol. Keto is dominated than enol. Same example, same explanation regarding one more example. We should go with we know this is CH3 CO CH3. CH3 CO CH3 is called as acetone. CH3 CO CH3 is called as acetone. And you remember this is, my dear students, CH3 COOH is called as acetic acid, and remove OH from this we will get a CH3CO. The CH3CO is called as acetyl. CH3CO is called as acetyl. So here remove one hydrogen from this, you make it 2 and add CO CH3. So this is called as this group is called as this group is called as acetyl. This group is called as acetone. So the combination of this total compound is named as acetyl acetone. CH3 C double bond O, CH2 C double bond O, CH3 is called as acetyl acetone. This is called as acetyl acetone. Once you go with acetyl acetone, here also 1,3 dicarbonyl compound. Here shift this side hydrogen shift to this side. Imagine it is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Then dynamic equilibrium takes place. 1-3 shift. 1-3 shift, which direction it is? Right hand side. So answer is CH3, COH, CH double bond, C double bond O, single bond CH3. Here also intramolecular hydrogen bonding takes place. Intramolecular H bond. But in this example, enol content is more. 76% of enol content we will get, 24% of keto content we will get. Here 6% enol content we will get, 94% keto content we will get. Why? That is important. Example number 1, we should go with acetoacetic ester. Acetoacetic ester, the percentage of enol is least compared to acetyl acetone. In acetyl acetone, the percentage of enol is more, 76% enolic form is stable, 24% of ketone form is formed. Comparison, this to this you have to compare acetyl acetone, acetoacetic ester. Acetoacetic ester dominating is it is an example for keto ester. This is an example for keto ester, and this is an example for diketone. Keto ester, diketone. Compare keto ester to diketone. This ester group is not a perfect electron withdrawing group compared with ketone. Compared with keto group is a perfect electron withdrawing group compared with ester group. On the basis of that point, we should go with 76% more stable with respect to acetyl acetone. This is which form it is? Enolic form. Here also enolic form is less stable because of here COOR. Which group is there? Ester group will be there. Ester group is not perfect electron withdrawing group with compare with carbonyl group. Ketone group is more effective. Ketone group is more effective. On the basis of that, we should discuss. We should give one conclusion, that is keto esters enolic form will be least compared to diketones. So what will be the general stability of enolic means? Stability of enolic means stability of enolic form. You should go with stability of enolic. One is aldehyde, least stable. Next is ketone, least stable. Keto ester, least stable. Diol. Diol means 2 aldehydes. Diol is 2 aldehydes. Less than ketone aldehyde. Less than diketone. This is very, very important. My dear students, make a note. This is a order. Aldehydes less than ketones, less than keto ester. Aldehyde less than ketone, less than keto ester. Keto ester is less than dialdehydes. Dialdehydes less than ketone and aldehyde. Ketone and aldehyde less than diketone. This diketone also less than when it is contains an electron withdrawing group. Electron withdrawing group is there. Electron withdrawing group increase the enolic strength it is. So this will be the order, and this stability of enolic form, stability of keto form also deciding with respect to the solvent. 2 types of solvents was there. One is a polar solvent, second one is a non-polar solvent. If the solvent is non-polar, non-polar is polar aprotic. Polar protic, polar aprotic. Polar protic, generally we should go with alcohols and water. Alcohol is water is polar protic. Polar aprotic. Polar aprotic is nothing but we will go with non-polar solvents. Those are hexane, benzene, acetone. Hexane, benzene, acetone are belonging to polar aprotic. Those are said to be non-polar solvents, and methyl alcohol and water is polar protic. So as the stability of enolic form, increases in non-polar. Stability of enolic form increase in non-polar solvents. So on the basis of solvent, you should go with respect to solvent, with respect to solvent stability of phenolic form. We should go with, this is very very important, hexane, benzene, acetone, methyl alcohol, and last is water. Last is water. Make a note regarding this, my dear students, it is very very important. With respect to solvent, stability of phenolic form, hexane greater than, benzene greater than, acetone greater than, methyl alcohol greater than water. In entrance, we expect one question: which of the following solvent phenolic form is more? Phenolic form is more means simply you should go with hexane only. And what about the stability of phenolic form? First, aldehyde is least stable. Aldehydes exhibit keto-enol form. Ketone also exhibit ketone form, enol form. Because of enol form means OH. Ketone form is C double bond. After that, ketoester. After that, dial. After that, ketone aldehyde. After that, diketone. With respect to this, ketoester means after ketoester, one more is there, ketoester with electron withdrawing group. Electron withdrawing group means nothing but a ketoester which contains phenyl group. Ketoester which contains phenyl group. And after that, dialdehydes. After that, aldehyde ketone. After that, diketone. After that, diketone which contains what about the diketone which contains electron withdrawing group, nitro group. So my dear students, to avoid the confusion, you should go with this one. Diketone is a more stable enolic form. Single ketone, single aldehyde is least stable of enolic form. Ketoesters and diketones, you compare, ketoesters are least stable for enolic form it is. And with respect to the solvent factor, enolic form is stable in hexane. After the hexane, benzene, acetone, methyl alcohol and water. So, conditions for ketonal tautomerism: must and should alpha hydrogen be required if the functional group is aldehyde or ketone. If the functional group is not aldehyde or ketone, if the functional group is OH, that OH carbon is compulsory, it is double bonded carbon. OH carbon compulsory double bonded carbon, that is exhibit ketonal tautomerism. They should give like this. Is it this compound exhibit ketonal tautomerism or not? Simple, you said yes. Why it is yes? Here alpha is there. Alpha. Here alpha is there. Here also alpha is there. So simple, you should go shift. 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 1-3 shift. 1-3 shift takes place simultaneously with respect to this one. We'll get a trihydroxy benzene. Trihydroxy benzene, and one more example. Suppose you should go with like this: CH2OH, CHOH, and CH2OH. This is called as 1, 2, 3, 4. Generally, you should write like this: CH2OH, CHOH, CH2OH. This is a famous example. It is called as a glycerol. This is called as glycerol. Is it possible glycerol exhibit ketonal tautomerism? Is it possible glycerol exhibit ketonal tautomerism? Means suppose you should eliminate water from this. Eliminate water from this, and what we'll get here? CH2 double bond, C double bond, CH, CHOH. CH2 double bond, CH2 double bond, C double bond, CHOH, after elimination of 2 water molecules. So after that, what happens here? OH carbon double bond. OH carbon double bond means shift it is. Shift dynamic equilibrium takes place, that is a CH2 double bond, CH, single bond, CHO. CH2 double bond, CH, single bond, CH double bond O. CH double bond, CH single bond, CH double bond. Oh, this is a keto form, and it is said to be enol form. So the combination of these two is called as a keto-enol tautomerism. Clear? So glycerol also exhibit keto-enol tautomerism. Because of this is also exception case. Suppose they decided to give one tough question regarding keto-enol tautomerism, means they should select like this. So simple here. 1,3 shift. Fix the point in your mind. 1,3 shift. 1,3 shift takes place between oxygen versus hydrogens. Because of hydrogen atom is oscillating between the two polyvalent functional groups it is. And one more is also there is HCN and CNC. So here also shift. This is an example for also. This is also example for keto-enol tautomerism. Isocyanides, cyanides, isocyanides and cyanides like this. HCN, HNC. This is also example for keto-enol. Because of here also shift takes place. So generally what we discussed the examples 1,3 shift, that is based on the triad system, that is triad system. And this example HCN and HNC, hydrogen cyanide and hydrogen isocyanide, it is an example for a dyad system. It is two types of systems was there. One is triad system, second one is dyad system. So according to our examination point of view, we should go with the triad system, that is nothing but 1,3 shift. Clear? I hope you understood. This was the tautomerism. Keto-enol tautomerism is also called as desmostropism. It is also called as dynamic isomerism, desmotropism, cryptospism. Different type of namings will be there, but common name is keto-enol. The keto-enol tautomerism is not a resonating. It is resonating is entirely different with keto-enol. Keto-enol only the bond turn, just the shift takes place between with respect to hydrogen and double bonded oxygen, and double bond that is nothing but pi bond. So different examples: benzaldehyde, benzophenone cannot exhibit keto-enol tautomerism. Bridge hydrogens are also not involving in keto-enol tautomerism. That is point also very important, because of the bridge hydrogens are fixed, and after shifting bridge will be there near the bridge. Any double bond is also there, that is least stable. Near the bridge, any double bond if you found, that is least stable. Adjacent double bond is there, that is stable, because of bridge under strain. Under strain means we will go with this example. Suppose this is a bridge. After suppose like this bridge becomes under strain because of double bond is near the bridge. Same example, which of the following is stable? Suppose like this also. Like this means it is more stable. This is least stable. This is more stable. Why it is least stable means bridge under stress because of double bond is adjacent. It is after conversion of keto form to enol form to keto form, we will get this one. So my dear students, this is about the isomerism. So please focus on functional group isomerism as well as keto-enol tautomerism. So this will be the topic regarding isomerism, and remaining one more form is there, that is stereoisomerism, conformational and configurational. Conformational we will discuss while going with alkanes, and configurational cis and trans isomerism EZ configuration will be there. With respect to once we discuss alkenes, we should go with their detailed explanation. And optical isomerism is there. Optical isomerism while going with alkyl halides and aryl halides cases will do that optical isomerism. So this is about isomerisms. And the next topic 3 is that is quantitative and qualitative analysis. Qualitative analysis and quantitative analysis. First we have to detect carbon, hydrogen, detect the carbon, detect the nitrogen, detect hydrogen, detect about halogens, detect sulfur from given organic compound. We should go with some tests will be there. After detection, after identification of the elements, and after that estimation will be there. So Next class we will discuss these points, estimations and detections. After completion of estimations and detections, we should go with purification. Clear? It takes nearly 2 classes. It takes purification and detections. After that, reagents, electrophile, nucleophile, and free radicals, and types of reactions, mechanisms. So I hope you understood, and be strong, be safe, stay home. I wish you all the best. Thank you one and all.